Welcome to Ancient Spiritual Knowledge. I'm your host, Paige Carter. There is a hush, a stillness that descends when one steps into the sacred spaces of ancient civilizations. In the silent whispers of the wind, we can almost hear the echoes of a time when humanity looked to the heavens and earth for guidance and wisdom. A time when symbols were not mere markings, but potent vessels of divine knowledge and power. In this hallowed silence, the secret of the staff and the serpent beckons. Two symbols, etched in the annals of antiquity, yet resonating with a wisdom that transcends time. The staff, a symbol of authority, of leadership, and guidance, is ubiquitous across cultures. From the shepherd's crook, guiding the flock, to the scepter of the pharaoh, its significance as a symbol of power is universally acknowledged. But as we delve deeper, we find that its symbolism is not merely terrestrial, but celestial. The staff is the axis mundi, the cosmic pillar connecting heaven and earth, the conduit through which divine wisdom is channeled. It is the backbone of the universe, the pillar of creation, the path to the divine. And coiled around the staff, we find the serpent, a creature of mystery and paradox. The snake, in its uncanny ability to shed its skin and emerge anew, is a symbol of healing, transformation, and rebirth. But it also embodies wisdom, the cunning, subterranean knowledge that lies beneath the surface of the world. The serpent is the embodiment of the divine feminine, the life-giving, healing energy that suffuses all of creation. It is the primordial force, the kundalini, the sacred fire that awakens us to our deepest selves. The staff and the serpent, when brought together, weave a potent tapestry of healing and power. This is the emblem of Asclepius, the Greek god of healing, a symbol that has endured through millennia, and even today graces the emblem of medical establishments across the world. But the secret of this symbol is not contained in its outward form. It is a key, a portal into the mysteries of the universe, a catalyst for the awakening of inner knowledge. As we journey into these mysteries, we tread a path well worn by ancient sages and healers, their wisdom whispering to us from the ether. We delve into the sacred mystery, the potent symbiosis of the staff and the serpent, symbols of healing power that transcend the boundaries of time and culture. The secret of these symbols, etched in the language of the divine, beckons us on a path of discovery, awakening, and healing. For in their union, we find a symbol of wholeness, a map to the divine within us, a beacon guiding us towards the wisdom of the ages. The genesis of these powerful symbols, the staff and the serpent, can be traced back to the ancient civilization of Sumer, now known as southern Iraq, in the 3rd millennium BC. The Sumerians revered the serpent for its rejuvenating powers and viewed it as a potent symbol of the Earth Mother, the divine feminine force of creation and healing. They also recognized the staff as a symbol of authority and divine guidance, a conduit between the earthly and the divine realms. The ancient Egyptian civilization, too, held these symbols in high esteem. The uraeus, the rearing cobra, was a powerful symbol of sovereignty, deity, and divine authority. Pharaohs were often depicted with a staff in one hand and a uraeus in the other, a potent symbol of their divine power and their role as intermediaries between the gods and the people. The staff, shaped like a shepherd's crook, signified their role as the shepherd of their people, guiding them with wisdom and compassion. The symbols of the staff and the serpent, however, found their most profound expression in ancient Greece, in the emblem of Asclepius. Asclepius, the god of medicine and healing, was often depicted with a staff entwined by a single serpent. The serpent, with its ability to shed its old skin and emerge anew, symbolized renewal and regeneration. The staff, a symbol of divine authority, represented the healing power of the god himself. This powerful symbol etched its way into the annals of history, traversing cultures and epochs. In the Bible, the staff and the serpent make a poignant appearance in the Book of Numbers, where Moses, guided by God, raises a bronze serpent on a pole to heal those bitten by venomous snakes. Roman mythology, too, has echoes of this symbiosis. The caduceus, a staff entwined by two serpents and topped with wings, was the emblem of Hermes, the messenger of the gods, the guide of the dead, and the protector of merchants, shepherds, gamblers, liars, and thieves. This intertwining of the staff and the serpent, a symbol of divine healing power, has endured through the ages, transcending boundaries of time and culture. It continues to be a potent symbol in the modern world, a beacon of hope and healing, a testament to the ancient wisdom of our ancestors, and a key to unlocking the mysteries of the universe. At the core of these symbols, the staff and the serpent, lies the belief in the power of transformation and the cyclical nature of life. The serpent, with its ability to shed its old skin, represents the possibility of renewal and rebirth. This is an echo of the ancient philosophical concept of eternal recurrence, the idea that history, life, and existence are cyclical. The serpent's shedding of its skin is a tangible representation of this cycle of death, rebirth, and regeneration. The staff, on the other hand, embodies divine power and authority. It is seen as a conduit, a bridge that connects the earthly and the divine realms. The staff's vertical form is evocative of the axis mundi, a universal symbol found in many cultures that represents the world's center, or the connection between heaven and earth. Like the axis mundi, the staff is a channel for divine intervention, a symbol of the potential for transformation under divine guidance. In combination, the staff and the serpent offer a potent symbol of healing and transformation under the auspices of divine power. The philosophical underpinnings of this symbology speak to the human condition and our constant search for renewal, healing, and understanding. They teach us that life is a cycle of constant change, that transformation is possible, and that divine wisdom can guide us through our darkest hour. These symbols also underscore the fundamental unity of all things. The staff and the serpent, though distinct, are intertwined, signaling that all aspects of existence are interconnected. This concept aligns with the ancient Hermetic principle of correspondence, which states, as above, so below, as within, so without. The staff and the serpent, in their intertwined state, demonstrate the inseparable relationship between the human soul, the earthly realm, and the divine. The staff and the serpent are more than mere symbols. They are keys to understanding the nature of existence, the mysteries of the divine, and the potential for healing and transformation inherent in all beings. The wisdom they convey is timeless, as relevant today as it was in the ancient world. The staff and the serpent invite us to shift our perspective, to see the world not as a series of disconnected events, but as a web of interconnections, a tapestry woven with threads of divine wisdom and human experience. They remind us that we are not isolated beings, but part of a greater whole, connected to each other and to the divine through the very fabric of existence. The wisdom of the staff and the serpent was not merely a theoretical construct or a philosophical musing. It was lived, experienced, and transmitted through various forms of rituals, initiations, and practices. These practices were designed to align the individual with the divine, to create a conduit for divine wisdom to flow into the earthly realm, and to facilitate personal transformation. Rituals, for instance, played a significant role in embodying the wisdom of the staff and the serpent. These rituals often involved the use of physical representations of the staff and the serpent, seen as essential tools for facilitating a connection with the divine. The rituals might involve the participants holding or standing near the staff, or even wrapping themselves in serpentine spirals, symbolically intertwining themselves with the divine wisdom the symbols represented. Meditative practices were also crucial in embodying the wisdom of the staff and the serpent. These practices often involved visualizations of the staff and the serpent, inviting the participant to align with these symbols and to embody their wisdom. The transformative power of these meditations lies in the ability to alter one's consciousness, to enter a state of deep receptivity to the divine wisdom that the staff and the serpent represent. Chanting, too, played a significant role in the transmission of this wisdom. Chants, often in the form of mantras or hymns, were believed to vibrate at specific frequencies that align with the divine. In chanting, the participants resonate with these frequencies, embodying the divine wisdom symbolized by the staff and the serpent. The transformative power of chanting lies in the potential to shift one's vibrational frequency, to align more closely with the divine, and to invite profound transformation. Initiations were another important aspect of living and transmitting the wisdom of the staff and the serpent. These rites of passage, often carried out under the auspices of a spiritual guide, were designed to facilitate a profound shift in consciousness. The initiate would be symbolically entwined with the staff and the serpent, marking a transition from a state of ignorance to a state of divine wisdom. The transformative power of these initiations lies in the potential for profound personal growth and development. In each of these practices, ritual, meditation, chant, initiation, the purpose was not merely to understand the wisdom of the staff and the serpent intellectually, but to embody it, to live it, to experience it. They were practices of transformation, vehicles for aligning with the divine, for becoming conduits of divine wisdom, and for realizing one's potential for healing and growth. The staff and the serpent, then, were not just symbols, but powerful tools for transformation, guiding humanity in its perpetual quest for healing, understanding, and renewal. As we delve deeper, we encounter hidden meanings and esoteric symbolism in the staff and the serpent's depictions in sacred texts, architecture, and mythology. The understanding of these symbols was often veiled, accessible only to the initiated, the enlightened. This knowledge was considered too powerful, too profound, to be revealed to the uninitiated. For those who had undergone the transformative practices and rituals, however, the staff and the serpent were not mere symbols. They were keys to unlocking a deeper understanding of the universe and one's place within it. The staff, a symbol of authority and power, was also seen as a conduit for divine energy. It represented a connection between the realms of heaven and earth, a bridge between the divine and the mortal. In many ancient cultures, the staff was depicted with a serpent entwined around it, a potent symbol of the cyclical nature of life, death, and rebirth. The serpent, a creature that sheds its skin, is often associated with healing and transformation. Together, the staff and the serpent represented the union of opposites, the merging of the physical and spiritual realms, and the potential for profound transformation. In sacred texts, the staff and the serpent are often associated with divine figures and enlightened beings. Moses, in the Hebrew Bible, transformed his staff into a serpent as a demonstration of divine power. In ancient Egyptian mythology, the staff was a symbol of the god's authority, and the uraeus serpent on the pharaoh's crown represented divine protection. In Hindu mythology, the deity Shiva is often depicted with a serpent around his neck, representing the power of destruction and recreation. Similarly, in architecture, the staff and the serpent symbolism can be seen in the design and layout of sacred structures. The vertical alignment of temples, pyramids, and obelisks can be seen as a physical representation of the staff, reaching towards the heavens. The winding paths leading to these structures, like the spiral movement of a serpent, symbolize the journey of transformation and enlightenment. In deciphering these symbols in sacred texts, architecture, and mythology, we begin to understand the profound wisdom they conceal. They are potent reminders of the inherent potential for transformation within us all, of the divine energy that flows through us, and of our ability to channel this energy for healing and growth. The staff and the serpent are not just symbols, they are guides, leading us on a journey towards deeper understanding, towards a state of divine wisdom. They are keys to unlocking the hidden truths of the universe, to understanding the cyclical nature of life and death, and to realizing our potential for healing and renewal. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the staff and the serpent, we are reminded of the timeless nature of this wisdom, of its relevance in our quest for understanding, healing, and transformation. We are invited to journey into the depths of our being, to explore the divine wisdom within, and to embrace the transformative power of the staff and the serpent. Throughout history, seekers of wisdom have used various methods to reach states of enlightenment, divine communion, or transcendence. They have meditated in caves, fasted in the desert, or immersed themselves in sacred rituals, often using symbols like the staff and the serpent to guide their journey. These symbols, representing divine energy and transformation, have served as keys to accessing higher states of consciousness. In ancient Greece, for example, the cult of Asclepius, the god of medicine, held sacred rituals involving serpents. The seekers would enter a state of incubation, a form of ritual sleep or meditation, in the temple's sacred precincts. They would then have healing dreams involving serpents, which were interpreted as divine messages from Asclepius himself. Similarly, in the Amazon rainforest, the indigenous tribes have for centuries used the brew ayahuasca, which they regard as a powerful healing medicine. The brew, often inducing visions of serpents, is said to awaken the inner healer within the individual, leading to profound spiritual insights and personal transformation. In the Buddhist tradition, the staff is used as an object of focus during meditation. It represents the axis mundi, the world's center, around which the universe revolves. By focusing on the staff, the meditator is said to align themselves with the cosmic order, facilitating a state of transcendent calm and clarity. In Native American cultures, the staff and serpent are integral to the peyote ceremony, a spiritual ritual involving the ingestion of the hallucinogenic peyote cactus. The staff, often adorned with feathers and beads, is passed around as each participant shares their visions and insights. The serpent, seen in the intricate beadwork, represents the transformative journey each participant undertakes. These examples underline the universal nature of these symbols and their ability to facilitate mystical experiences. They speak to a shared human quest for understanding, transformation, and healing. They underscore the powerful resonance of these symbols, their ability to connect us to the divine, and their potential to guide us on our individual and collective journeys of transformation. As we delve deeper into the secrets of the staff and the serpent, we begin to perceive the profound wisdom they encapsulate, wisdom that transcends cultural boundaries and resonates with seekers across time and space. We see their potential to facilitate not just healing, but enlightenment and divine communion, offering us glimpses into the mysteries of the universe and our place within it. However, there's a darker side to this tale that must be unveiled. Over the centuries, these sacred symbols and the profound truths they encapsulated were often suppressed, feared, or misunderstood. The staff and the serpent, once revered as conduits of divine wisdom and healing, became entangled in a web of intrigue, secrecy, and even persecution. In the Middle Ages, the Church, seeking to consolidate its power, often demonized traditional healing practices that utilized these symbols. The staff and the serpent, once seen as symbols of wisdom and transformation, were reinterpreted as signs of witchcraft or devilry. Healers who employed these symbols were often declared heretics, their knowledge branded as forbidden or dangerous. This fear and misunderstanding led to the systematic obliteration of many traditional healing practices. Records were destroyed, practitioners driven into hiding, and the once vibrant traditions that revered the staff and the serpent were driven underground. The profound wisdom of these symbols was lost to the mainstream, their secrets locked away in the shadows of history. However, these symbols and the truths they carried were not entirely forgotten. They found their refuge in secret societies, mystical orders, and hidden traditions that persevered through the centuries. These guardians of ancient wisdom kept the knowledge alive, passing it down through careful initiation and rigorous training. In the early 20th century, the advent of psychoanalysis and the exploration of the unconscious mind brought about a resurgence of interest in these ancient symbols. Psychiatrist Carl Jung proposed the idea of the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of archetypes and symbols, including the staff and the serpent. According to Jung, these symbols were not just cultural artifacts, but universal patterns, deeply embedded in the human psyche. Another significant development came with the discovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the 1940s. These ancient texts contained references to the staff and the serpent, rekindling interest in their symbolic significance and healing potential. In recent decades, the advent of New Age spirituality and the resurgence of shamanic practices have further contributed to the reemergence of these symbols. Today, the staff and the serpent are again being explored and revered as powerful symbols of transformation, healing, and divine wisdom. The journey of the staff and the serpent is a testament to the resilience of wisdom. Despite attempts to suppress or demonize them, these symbols have endured, their secrets safeguarded by devoted mystics and scholars. Today, they continue to inspire and guide those who seek healing, transformation, and a deeper understanding of the universe. The staff and the serpent, though ancient, continue to hold relevance in the modern world. They serve as symbols that can guide the modern seeker towards self-knowledge, healing, and spiritual evolution. They are the bridge between the earthly and the divine, connecting us to the wisdom of the ancients even amidst the noise and chaos of our contemporary lives. In the realm of psychology, especially in-depth psychology and Jungian analysis, the staff and serpent are seen as archetypal symbols. They are thought to reflect deep-seated patterns within our collective unconscious. By engaging with these symbols, one can tap into this collective wisdom and facilitate personal growth and healing. The resurgence of interest in holistic and alternative healing practices has also seen the staff and the serpent re-emerge as symbols of healing power. Many practitioners use these symbols in their work, believing that they can channel energy, facilitate healing transformations, and provide insight into the nature of illness and health. They serve as reminders that healing is not merely a physical process, but a holistic one, encompassing the mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of the self. In the realm of spirituality, the staff and serpent hold potent symbolic significance. They are seen as symbols of divine connection and spiritual authority. In meditation and spiritual practice, they can serve as tools for grounding, focus, and divine communication. They remind us of our inherent connection to the divine and our capacity to tap into this connection for guidance, healing, and transformation. In a world increasingly disconnected from nature and the wisdom of the ancients, these symbols offer a path back to balance and harmony. They encourage a holistic view of health and well-being, one that acknowledges the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of balance between the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. The staff and the serpent also remind us of the cyclical nature of life and the transformative power of the universe. The serpent, shedding its skin, is a symbol of rebirth and renewal. The staff, standing firm and unyielding, symbolizes resilience and unwavering determination. These are qualities that resonate deeply with the human experience, guiding us towards healing, growth, and evolution. In the end, the staff and the serpent are more than just symbols. They are keys to understanding ourselves and the universe. They offer guidance on our journey towards healing and wholeness. Despite the passage of time and the changes in our world, their wisdom remains pertinent, offering a beacon of light to those who seek understanding, healing, and transformation in the modern world. In the realm of quantum physics, the staff and serpent find surprising correlations, reaffirming their position as symbols of healing and transformation. Quantum physics, at its core, is a study of the fundamental constituents of the universe. It shows us that at the microcosmic level, all matter exists as both particles and waves in a state of pure potentiality. This aligns with the serpent and staff symbolism, which also encompasses the idea of potentiality, the potential for healing, for transformation, for enlightenment. The concept of energy, fundamental to both quantum physics and metaphysical understandings, also provides a bridge between these realms. In the realm of the physical, energy is what allows matter to interact, to move, to exist. In the metaphysical realm, energy is seen as the life force or vital force that animates all living beings, often symbolized by the serpent coiled around the staff. This life force, known by many names such as chi, ki, prana, or vital energy, is considered the cornerstone of health and well-being in many healing traditions. Furthermore, in quantum mechanics, the concept of entanglement demonstrates that two or more particles can become linked and instantaneously affect each other, regardless of the distance separating them. This phenomenon could be symbolically represented by the intertwining serpents on the staff, illustrating the interconnectedness of all things and the instantaneous effect of healing intentions and actions. In the arena of consciousness studies, the staff and serpent also find resonance. Consciousness, the subjective experience of being, is often symbolized by the staff, the vertical axis, reaching upwards towards the divine. The serpent, with its cyclical shedding of skin, represents the ever-changing nature of our personal experiences and perceptions. The healing power of the staff and the serpent ultimately lies in their ability to bridge the physical and metaphysical, science and spirit. They serve as reminders of the interconnectedness of all things, the potentiality inherent in the universe, and the transformative power of consciousness. They are timeless symbols that reflect the deepest insights of both ancient wisdom and modern science, providing a holistic understanding of healing in its truest sense. In essence, the staff and serpent, symbols steeped in ancient wisdom, mirror some of the most profound insights of modern science. They resonate with the principles of quantum physics, energy, consciousness, and healing, creating a harmonious blend of ancient wisdom and contemporary knowledge. These symbols, thus, serve as a testament to the enduring relevance of ancient wisdom in our quest for a deeper understanding of the universe and ourselves. In contemplating the staff and the serpent, we are invited to engage with profound notions of healing, not as a mere physical process, but as a journey of the soul. The staff, standing as a beacon of stability and authority, represents the divine essence within ourselves, the unshakable core of our being. It is a symbol of our inherent potential to tap into the divine, to partake in the cosmic dance of creation, and to shape our destiny. The serpent, on the other hand, represents the continuous flow of life energy, the kundalini, that awakens and enlivens our being. It symbolizes the cyclical nature of existence, the constant dance of creation and dissolution, and the transformative power of healing. The serpent's ability to shed its skin and emerge anew is the embodiment of our own potential for renewal and rebirth, for deep, transformative healing. These symbols, the staff and the serpent, are not merely external motifs existing in the realm of myth and allegory. They are profound internal realities, facets of our own being. They represent the dynamic interplay of the divine essence within us, the eternal soul, and the transient physical form we inhabit. This interplay, this dance between the eternal and the temporal, is the very essence of the healing journey. The staff and serpent also hold a mirror to the cosmos, reflecting the same fundamental principles that govern the universe. The staff, like the fixed stars in the night sky, symbolizes the unchanging laws of nature, the eternal truths. The serpent, like the ever-moving planets and galaxies, symbolizes the ceaseless dynamism of the cosmos, the flow of energy and change. When we comprehend the profound wisdom contained within the symbols of the staff and the serpent, we gain a deeper understanding of our place in the cosmos. We become aware of our divine nature and our interconnectedness with all of creation. we realize that we, like the staff, are anchored in the divine, and like the serpent, are part of the eternal dance of creation. In this way, the symbols of the staff and the serpent serve as a compass, guiding us on our healing journey. They remind us of our divine potential and our integral role in the cosmic dance of creation. They teach us to embrace the healing power within and to recognize our interconnectedness with the universe. Thus, we come to understand that the journey of healing is not a solitary endeavor, but a harmonious part of the grand cosmic symphony. In the end, the secret of the staff and the serpent lies within us, within our divine nature and our eternal journey of the soul. It is a testament to our inherent capacity for healing, transformation, and enlightenment. It is a reminder of our place in the cosmos, our potentiality, and our divine essence. It is the wisdom of the ages, echoing through the corridors of time, guiding us on our journey towards wholeness and unity. Thanks for listening. This has been Ancient Spiritual Knowledge. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you'd like to support the show, subscribe to the Forbidden Knowledge Network on Patreon. Subscribe now.